thoughts on the first fall camp practice?
This is the largest camp I've ever had. 108 players, which is a little bigger than we've been the last couple of years. There is such an eagerness, and I'm sure that's everywhere in the country, whether you're 8th grade or, playing in college. But there's an eagerness. I've been impressed. There's a positive feel around what's happening. With so many new players, you always kind of wonder how that is going to, what that mix is going to be like, and where they're from, and the experiences they bring to the table. How is that going to fit with our, returning guys in the locker room? The thing that was glaringly apparent today was we've had a lot of guys do a lot of hard work this summer. We've got bumps in the right spot, and fast guys, and strong guys, and I know we don't have enough. We never do have enough of that, but I've been really impressed just with the quality of work that they put in through the course of the summer. Our strength program continued here on campus, and that was very evident. Our body types have changed a little bit, so. In terms of the way practice went, the rain kind of, that it rained on us, put probably a little damper just because it was a little chilly, but which is a little strange for August. But it's day one, and we're trying to build something, and today all we added was the flour, so it's not super sexy, but I've been impressed with our coaches. They've got a real good insertion plan where we're starting slow and kind of build on that. And overall, I was relatively pleased.
And you mentioned that you're happy with the strength conditioning program. After spring, you're not allowed to work with the team and be with the team. How nice to have that trust with Derek Hansen to when you get them back in the fall, they're ready to go.
Anybody I've recruited will tell you, I say the best thing about SFU football is our strength program. And you're right, it's a voluntary thing. We don't mandate it, or not allowed to mandate it, but guys that show up really benefit from that.
And when do you plan on naming a starter at QB with Trey transferring? There's a QB battle going on.
Probably the 29th. We've got a game on the 25th. We'll start our prep for Humboldt and make a decision probably shortly thereafter. And we've got a number of spots where that's going to be the case. Running back. Now, running back, we do it by committee a little different than quarterback. But no matter who the starter is, I can guarantee you there's going to be other guys used at that spot. We've got some real talented guys, and each of their skill sets is slightly different. So that creates problems for defense when we're able to use more than one guy.
And then a player that didn't participate last season and in the spring was Brad Erdos, nursing an injury. He's now back. How nice is that to see him back?
It's awesome. And I don't know how well you got to know Brad, but he is a wonderful young man and was devastated. I mean, got drafted going into a senior year, and he has worked incredibly hard and is really excited. And he's one of those glue guys, a little bit older, but leads by example as well as verbally, and he is just an outstanding guy in our locker room and certainly on our team.
And how big is it to get a talent like that to come back and try and anchor an offensive line?
Yeah, huge. And we really feel like 3 or 4 of our spots on the O-line we've got really good players at that spot. Gunderson is not back. He is the guy who started a right tackle for us in Brad's absence. It would be nice to have another 6'8", 300-something pound guy there, but I feel like we're pretty athletic up front, and those guys have really been committed all summer.
And is anyone not taking part in this fall camp or won't be part of the season with a season-ending injury that was on the roster from before?
No.
Good.
Oh, sorry, ask that again.
Like, is anyone was injured in the summer or injured in the spring that won't be able to take part in fall
Yes,
camp?
there are 2 guys. One, Matt Hartnagel, big old lineman, and Matt Isherwood broke his ankle and had surgery. So those two guys aren't expected to play this year.
Okay. And will they both redshirt and come back at later?
That's the plan, yeah.
And lastly, were there a lot of academic casualties that affected the team?
This was
or-
our best year ever in terms of academics, and we did lose a couple of guys. But again, for the most part, we're doing a better job of recruiting students that are a little better. Going back a couple of years, we would take anybody that said yes, and now, you know, with 108 guys in our locker room, we don't just need anybody. We need guys that are really special. And part of that evaluation is how are they doing academically, and you know, the fundamentals of study habits and some of that kind of stuff. So that I expect will continue to improve. I had to cut some guys to put 108 guys in our locker room, and so my popularity probably in some living rooms isn't great. But at the end of the day, if you're not committed and you're not going to be successful in the classroom and really allow your commitment to the football team and to Simon Fraser holistically, if you're not going to make that a priority, this probably is not the best fit for you.